Hello everyone and welcome to Sarthi classes. In this video we are going to start polynomials. Okay, first we need to understand what are polynomials. Okay, polynomials are used to express a relation between two quantities. Okay, for example, the different quantities can be human beings also. For example, the relation we have with our mother, our father, our siblings, or your soulmates, whatever you have. Okay, now the easiest way to represent our relationship with them is to express how you love them. Okay, you can say I love you mom, I love you dad, okay, and I love you brother, sister, whatever, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you have. Okay, but if you are expressing your love to your soulmate, then you will definitely do it by so. Okay, but you will not express your relationship with your mother, your father, or your friends, or your brothers and sisters in this method. What we do is, if you want to express your love for your mother, what will you do? If she is cooking or doing some work, you will go and hug her from the behind. Okay, if you want to express your relationship with your dad, you will not do it. Okay, we never express our relationship to our father. Okay, if you want to show your love or your care for your brother and sister, what you will do? You will pull their legs, you will pull their cheeks, you will beat them, you fight with them, whatever you do. Okay, now this relationship sadly cannot be expressed in mathematical terms, but we can express relationship between certain quantities, certain physical quantities that can be measured. Okay, for example, we can measure time, we can measure distance, we can measure speed. It would have been good if we could measure the love for our family, but we cannot. Okay, but if I measure the speed of a body, how will I determine that what is the relation between speed and time? Okay, I can say that a body is at rest, a body is moving, or a body is under uniform acceleration. How will I say that? If a body is at rest, it means that its position is not changing with respect to time. Okay, if the body is moving, it means its position is changing with respect to time. Okay, the change may be uniform or non-uniform. If a body is uniformly accelerated, it means its velocity will change in equal interval of time. Okay, now this sort of relationship can be expressed in mathematical equations and expressions. Okay, so the tool that we use to express such relations is called polynomials. To determine the relationship between two quantities, we use different types of polynomials. Okay, there are linear polynomial, there is constant polynomial, there is cubic polynomial, biquadratic, etc. We will study them one by one. Okay, so first we will understand what is polynomial. So I told you that it is an expression, okay, which is used to show the relationship between any two quantities. So first we will write down the definition. Okay, here I have written the definition for polynomials. Okay, this is an expression of this form. Here a and an minus 1 and all up to a naught is a constant term. X is the variable, okay, which is continuously changing with respect to some another variable. Okay, now here the power, that is n, is a positive integer. You should always remember that the power of the variable in any polynomial should always be a positive integer. Okay, for example, I have to find out that whether this expression is a polynomial or not. So simply, if I bring this x to the numerator, it will become x inverse. Okay, so here the power is minus 1, so it will not be a polynomial because the power is negative, whereas the power should have been a positive integer. Let us take one more example. If I have to find out whether root x is a polynomial or not, so this root x can be represented as a power of x, and the value of power will be half. Half is a positive term, but it is not an integer, so root x will also not be a polynomial. Okay, I have written here 3 examples of polynomials. Here the expression is 5x square plus 3. Here the expression is only 5, and here the expression is 5x power 3. Now if you look here, I said that in the form of in the expression for polynomial, in each term there is a variable. Okay, and you will say that in 5 there is no variable, but this 5 can also be written as 5 times x power 0. Okay, power 0 of any base is always 1. Okay, so this is of the form a naught x power naught. Okay, so it will also be an expression. Now we will study the classification of polynomials on the basis of number of terms and on the basis of degree of terms. Okay, first we are going to study the classification of polynomials on the basis of number of terms, that is how many terms does the polynomial contain. Okay, for example, see, first of all, there can be one term. Okay, if there is no term, then there is no polynomial. There should be at least one term. Okay, so if the polynomial has one term, then it is called a monomial. Okay, if I write down the example, it will be 1, 5x square, 3x, okay, and many more. In all these expressions, there is only one term. Remember, you should not count 5 and x as individual terms. Okay, the terms are always separated by either a plus sign or a minus sign or both. That is, you need to recall. You can also write a note here that terms of a polynomial are separated by plus, minus, or plus minus, or minus plus. Okay, the term will always be separated by either of these operators. Okay, terms. Now the number of terms is 2. If a polynomial has 2 terms, then the polynomial is termed as binomial. Okay, for example, we can write 2 plus x, 5 plus x square, x plus x cube, etc. Okay, all these terms, on all these expressions, the number of terms is 2. So they will be called binomial. If we increase the number of terms further, then we will get an expression of 3 terms, and that will be called a trinomial. Okay, if you write the example, we have 5 plus x square, t plus t power 5 plus 2t square, etc. In all these expressions, the number of terms is 3. If I further increase the number of terms, for example, I have 4 terms or 5 terms, whatever, or n terms, then it will be called a polynomial of n terms only. Okay, we have classified up to 3 terms only. Now we will study the classification of polynomials on the basis of degree of the polynomial. Now we will classify polynomials on the basis of degree. What is degree? I wrote an expression of the form a n x power n plus a n minus 1 x power n minus 1 up till a naught x naught. Here the value of n is called the degree of the polynomial. Okay, for example, if I have the expression 5x square plus 2. Okay, here 2 can be written as x power 0. The powers of x in this expression are 2 and 0, and the highest value of power is 2. So 2 will become the degree of this polynomial. Okay, now on the basis of degree of polynomial, they are divided as, first I will write a 0 polynomial. What is a 0 polynomial? What is 0? It means 0, nothing else. Okay, so a polynomial containing a single term, that is 0, is called a 0 polynomial. Polynomial containing a single term, that is 0, is called a 0 polynomial. Example is 0, nothing else. Okay, now the second polynomial is a constant polynomial. Now you should think that 0 is also a constant. So you are right. 0 is also a constant polynomial. Okay. Now the constant polynomial is polynomial that contain a single term, that is a constant term. Okay. If you take some examples of constant polynomial, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Okay. All these are constant polynomial. We can also have fractional values and decimal values. Okay. Now the thing to note here is, if I write 2 plus 0, it will again be 2, and it will also be termed as a constant polynomial. So if I add a 0 polynomial to a constant polynomial, the result will still be a constant polynomial. Okay. Now one more thing to note. I said that the only term in a 0 polynomial is 0. I can also say that if the constant term in the polynomial would have been 0, and if I multiply it by any power of x, the result will still be 0. So, and this is a 0 polynomial. Okay. What is the degree of this polynomial? So I will say n. But n can have any value. Okay. If I had written 1 instead of n, then also the value would be 0. If I would have written 2, then also the value would have been 0. So I cannot determine the value of degree of a 0 polynomial, but I can determine the value of degree of a constant polynomial. So we shall write degree of a constant polynomial is 0. Okay. The degree of a constant polynomial is 0. What does it mean? I can also write 2 as 2x power 0. Okay. If I write any other value of x, then the result would change, except for one case in which the value of the variable, that is x, would be 1. Okay. That is, the body is at rest, if you talk about velocity. Now we will study what polynomial do we get if we increase the degree of the polynomial. So I will get linear polynomial. What are linear polynomials? Linear polynomials are those polynomials whose degree, that is the highest power, is 1. Okay. For example, I can write 2x, 5x plus 3, and many more. Okay. Now, a linear polynomial can be a monomial, can be a binomial. Okay. Here the highest power is 1. Here the power will be 1 from here, 0 from here, the highest power will be 1. Now to note is that here there was only one term in which the power was 1. So it was a linear polynomial. I added a constant term behind this linear polynomial. The result is still a linear polynomial. And if I further add 0 behind it, the value will still remain unchanged. So if I add a constant polynomial or a 0 polynomial behind a linear polynomial, the result would still be a linear polynomial. Okay. Now, on increasing the degree, we will get quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomials are nothing but polynomials whose degree is 2. Okay. For example, we can write 5x square, 3x square plus 2x, and 3x square plus 5x plus 4, and many more. Okay, here we can see that it contains a single term and the highest power is 2, so it is a quadratic polynomial. If I increase the number of terms, then it can be followed by a linear polynomial or a constant polynomial. Okay, I can also write here 2x square plus 5. Okay, so if I add a linear polynomial or a constant polynomial or a zero polynomial in a quadratic polynomial, the result still will be quadratic polynomial. Okay. Now, on increasing the degree, we will get a polynomial of degree 3, and that is called a cubic polynomial. A cubic polynomial is a polynomial having degree 3. Okay. Now the examples will be 3x cube, 3x cube plus 5, 5x cube plus 4x square, 3x cube plus 4x, etc. Whatever you take. Okay. Here there is a single term. Here the cubic polynomial is followed by a constant polynomial. Here the cubic polynomial is followed by a quadratic polynomial. Here the cubic polynomial is followed by a linear polynomial. So if I add a quadratic polynomial, a linear polynomial, a constant polynomial or zero, or if I add all of these in a cubic polynomial, the result will still be a cubic polynomial. Okay, the degree will still be 3. Now the next I will get a biquadratic, or it is also termed as a quartic polynomial. If you follow some reference book, you will also find quartic polynomial written instead of biquadratic polynomials. Now what are biquadratic polynomials? The polynomials whose degree is 4. Okay, simply I can write polynomial having degree 4. You can write the examples yourself now. I will just write 4x power 4 plus 5 4. Okay. In the same way, if I add a cubic polynomial, a quadratic polynomial, a linear polynomial, a constant polynomial, the result will still be a biquadratic polynomial. Okay. Now, the next polynomial in Q we have is a quintic polynomial. You will not find any problem based upon quintic polynomial in your syllabus. But if you are studying the classification, we should study up to quintic polynomial. Okay. Quintic polynomial is what? Whose degree is greater than 4, that is 5. Okay. So polynomial having degree 5. For example, you can write on your own. I will write 5x power 5 plus 4x power 4 plus 3x cube plus 2x square plus 1, etc. Okay. Any of these terms can be missing. Okay. It is possible that there is absence of 4x power 4 or any of these terms. The only thing to note is that what is the highest power of the expression. The highest power of the expression will determine the degree of the polynomial, and we will classify the polynomial based upon the degree only. Okay. Now we have studied the classification of polynomials. What are polynomials? Okay. In the next video, we will discuss the general term of this polynomial. What are zeros of the polynomial? Okay. And what is value of the polynomial? I hope you have understood this topic very well. And if you did, then please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. God bless you all.